to me, that showed a lot of artistic maturity. Hello, lovely humans of the internet. I am back. And it has been a while since we have checked in on one of my favorite artists to do reactions to on this channel now, the amazing Angelina Jordan. So I thought I would tune into the YouTube channel to do another reaction on her. We do still have some backlogged videos that we're dealing with pesky copyright issues on. So as those things continue to clear up, we'll be putting those on the channel as well as we continue to get into a rhythm of exactly what the OC YouTube channel looks like and keep experimenting with different things. I hope you're enjoying these videos, and I'm so excited to dive into another Angelina Jordan video today. This is a thank you to all of the Angelina fans out there that follow this channel, that have helped this channel continue to grow. Thank you so much. Please do not hesitate to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to find out more about all things Opera Cecilia. For those who don't already know, we have decided that arts should be accessible to all. So we are releasing the Artists for Peace benefit concert for Ukraine video for free on the YouTube channel, but we're still massively encouraging people to donate to that cause. We partnered with Global Giving's Ukraine Crisis Relief Fund for that concert. The first wave of our fundraiser, where we charged a ticket price, went extremely well, and we've already made that donation to Global Giving, and now we just kind of want it to be the concert that keeps on giving on the internet. So we have like 35 amazing, fantastic emerging artists from all over the world featured in that concert, both singers, and we have a conductor and a composer as well. So do not hesitate to check that out on the OC YouTube channel if you have the chance. Another thing that I wanted to let you all know of is that Opera Cecilia has another performance, the final performance of our all digital inaugural season coming up, called Through the Looking Glass, and it is this extra special opera scene showcase with an original interlayered fairy tale storyline that is premiering on the Opera Cecilia YouTube channel this summer. So information on how to get tickets to that private link and to continue to follow future seasons with OC, all of that information is coming really soon. We are going to react today to Angelina's performance of Bohemian Rhapsody, originally by Queen, originally sung by Eddie Murphy. And this was not by Eddie Murphy, this is by Freddie Mercury. I'm dying. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the video. Less talking, more Angelina. Live performance of Bohemian Rhapsody. This is Angelina Jordan's cover of it that she did for America's Got Talent, The Champions. So not just the regular AGT show, but this was the Champion edition, where past winners, I think from all over the world, competed. I'm not the hugest fan of America's Got Talent, if I will be completely honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of, I think The Voice is one exception. I actually quite enjoy The Voice. That doesn't mean that the talent that is featured on these shows is not legitimate. There are some absolutely fantastic performers featured on these shows, and Angelina is most certainly one of them. So we're gonna enjoy her performance. I have never heard her perform this song before, so let's get into the video. I'm really excited.
You won Norway's Got Talent in 2014.
Yes, I was 7 years old.
You were 7 years old. So you are now 13.
I'm 13, yes.
Angelina, I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
Wow.
Too late, my time has come. Send shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.
Wow.
There was so much that happened, even though the song is not even like up to its climax yet, or at least this shortened version of the song she's doing for the show. But oh my gosh, the beginning when she started a cappella, which is the technical term for without accompaniment, was absolutely stunning because of how meditative it was, how well thought out that was. What I love about Angelina, whenever I hear her sing at any age, she has this artistic maturity to her where she's on stage and from the moment she opens her mouth, it's immediately intentional. And that's what I loved about that. And also, it takes guts to begin a piece a cappella in shows like this, because if you think about it, when she's on stage, that's a really, really highly overstimulating environment. And even if you're given the pitch in advance, which they always are, it still gives off this feeling of anxiety because you're completely vulnerable when you're up there. There's a vulnerability to being the only one making noise on stage when you typically have instrumentalists behind you and there's loudness and it's not just you alone. And so there's a solitary nature to that can be very nerve-wracking, and she handled that so beautifully. This is kind of like a more acoustic, jazzy version of this piece, which is appropriate because she has a very jazz sound, and she's able to kind of get to the crux of the vulnerability of this piece as a result of kind of bringing it down to that level, exactly where she wants it to be as a vocalist. It shows her originality and that she's not just trying to reproduce the original version of this piece, which is incredible as well. The other thing that I wanted to bring up were her vocal runs. Every single time she does a vocal run, it's very, very clean and intricate. But at the beginnings and the ends of her vocal runs and throughout her tone in general, she plays around with what we call, or what I like to call, intentional vocal distortion, which are these moments of slight breathiness or these moments of a slight growl in the voice that artists will add intentionally into a performance to make it more expressive. And she does those things with ease and so naturally, but then she has these beautiful, beautiful clean runs that tell me as a voice instructor kind of looking at this and from an artistic director's perspective as well, that she has a really, really healthy foundation of breath support and vocal technique under her that has been well cultivated as she continues to grow older and mature into her sound.
Sometimes I wish I'd never been born at all. Whoa, baby, can't do this to me, baby.
She makes this sound like a jazz classic. That's so incredible, because if you hear the original version of this piece, it has a grandiosity to it, because Queen had a grandiosity to them, and Freddie Mercury's incredible as well. But this brings it down to this like really, really acoustic, heartfelt place that I really, really love. And I love the fact that she's still showcasing her big upper belt despite doing that. That note that she hit up there, I'm going to go back and listen to it again because I think there might have been kind of a hint of a mix register, a mix between chest and head. In fact, I kind of encourage it in most cases so that you're not, putting all of your, tricks out in the world into the ether.
I don't wanna die. Sometimes I wish I'd never been born at all.
Yeah, it was mostly chest voice, I would say, but there was a little bit of a mixed register element. But what was so beautiful about that as well is it was extremely expressive with the rest of the vocal line. At that moment, this person that's kind of rectifying with these feelings and these very, very complex emotions that are going through this person's head as they're saying, Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, and now you're gonna turn it all away. Very intense emotions that this character she's playing through this piece is going through. It's highlighted through that cry of anguish. So I always love vocal runs when they're tastefully added into pieces. I'm not as big of a fan of singers who just add them willy-nilly all the time, and that happens sometimes too, and it's more of an effort just to show off how amazing the instrument is. But hers are so artistically tasteful and well-placed and expressive and true to the piece. And that was the case with that high note. Not only was it kind of well supported, it involved a little bit of mixed register, which shows masterful vocal control on her part, but it was also expressively appropriate to what the song is conveying.
Whoa, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get out of here. Yeah. Nothing really matters. Anyone can say nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
That was wonderful. It was so masterfully done. To me, that showed a lot of artistic maturity. She has this ability to be both completely original and innovative, but also in a way honor the original artist as well. She stayed true to the sentiment of the piece and the emotional expression of the piece while also musically making the piece her own. Turning this into kind of a jazz piece, but not only a jazz piece, but also more of an acoustic, super heartfelt feel. And instead of adding a ton of vocal pyrotechnics, she added very tastefully done, expressively poignant vocal pyrotechnics. It was an extremely classy performance. I always think that of her. She has so much class when she's on stage. I love the fact that she stays true to herself. She continues to honor that little one with no shoes that she met, and she always performs consistently with no shoes on stage to remind herself to stay grounded. I remember talking about that in some of my previous Angelina videos. I'm not the end-all be-all expert on Angelina Jordan by any means, but I absolutely love featuring her on the channel because, in my opinion, she's such an underrated artist. Sometimes reality television shows like this come off as a little bit contrived to me. Like I said, not saying that the talent on that show is not absolutely wonderful, but I know that everything down to a T is very meticulously planned on these kind of shows. Despite how contrived the show may be, whenever Angelina's on it, there's always this air of authenticity that I really appreciate from her. And it's how she was able to kind of get an international fan base. So 100% use the show for that. My favorite, I think, that I've seen so far is Still Feeling Good. That's just my personal preference, but I absolutely loved this one as well. Let me know if there's any other Angelina Jordan videos or any other artists that I haven't yet heard of that you have a burning desire to see us react to on this channel, because sometimes we do take requests and we try to honor as many of those as we can. Thank you all for helping us grow to where we have so far. We're continuing, we're getting toward 3K subscribers, and one of our goals is to get to 10K subscribers by the end of 2022. So if you want to help us reach our goal, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell your friends that our channel exists, and we so appreciate all of the love and support. Love you all, and I hope to see you all around here again soon. Have a wonderful day, night, whenever you happen to be watching this, and thanks so much. Bye.